They thought kidnapping his sister would silence him. Traoré made them pay. In a world where speaking the truth can cost you everything, one man chose to speak anyway. He didn't have millions in the bank. He wasn't protected by bodyguards. He wasn't living behind high walls or inside a government palace. He was just like you, just like me. A simple man, but with one powerful thing: the will to never bow down. His name? Traoré. Before we go deep into this jaw-dropping story, do me one favor. Right now, hit that subscribe button. Don't scroll past it. If you believe in African stories, African heroes, African power, this is your channel. PanAfrican Newsroom is where the real truth lives, where we celebrate our brave brothers and sisters. Join the movement. Subscribe now. Now buckle up. Traoré's journey began quietly. He was just another voice online, calling out injustice, exposing corruption, and asking hard questions that made powerful men uncomfortable. He wasn't a politician. He wasn't a journalist. He was just a man who loved his country too much to keep quiet, while others were selling it out piece by piece. Every time a village went without clean water, he spoke. Every time land was stolen from farmers, he shouted. Every time bribes replaced justice, Traoré exposed it. And little by little, his voice grew. People began to listen. And that scared the ones in power. They tried to ignore him. Then they tried to discredit him. Then they tried to threaten him. But none of it worked. Because Traoré was unshaken, unbought, unafraid. That's when they crossed the line. One night, with no warning, men in black masks stormed his home. They didn't come to talk. They didn't come to warn. They came to take. And what they took broke every line of human decency. They kidnapped his younger sister, a girl barely out of school. She was sweet, bright, full of life. She wasn't political. She didn't make speeches. She never appeared in videos. She was just his little sister. And they used her to try and break him. Let that sink in. They didn't just want to scare Traoré. They wanted to destroy him. They thought, take the thing he loves most, and he'll shut up. He'll disappear. But they didn't know they had just lit a wildfire. Traoré's heart broke. But his spirit? It erupted. He didn't go into hiding. He didn't back down. He doubled down. He went online that very night. Tears in his eyes, but fire in his voice. And he told the world, they have my sister, but they will never have my voice. That clip went viral. People watched it across Africa, in Senegal, in Ghana, in Nigeria, in Mali, in South Africa, even in the diaspora, New York, London, Paris. People said, enough is enough. Traoré kept speaking. Every day. He told names. He exposed faces. He revealed who was behind it all. He shared evidence. And with every video, every post, more people stood with him. It wasn't just Traoré anymore. It was a movement. And the kidnappers? They felt it. They saw the storm rising. They realized this wasn't going away. Days turned into a week. Then 10 days. Then finally, one night. Just as quietly as they took her, they brought his sister back. She was shaken. She was quiet. But she was alive. And Traoré? He cried. Not because they broke him, but because he knew. They had failed. But here's the most amazing part. Traoré didn't stop there. He didn't say, now I've got my sister, I can go back to normal. No. He said, if they can do this to me, imagine what they're doing to those who have no voice. And that became his new mission. Not just to speak, but to help others speak. He began training young activists. He started a podcast. He built a community. He said, I will not rest until no one has to suffer what I suffered. Until no one can be kidnapped and forgotten. That's real power. Not muscles, not guns, not money. Courage, love, purpose. That's the story of Traoré, a man who stood alone until the world stood with him. So if you're watching this and wondering, Can one person make a difference? Yes. Yes, you can. If you've ever been afraid to speak, speak anyway. If you've ever been told to be quiet, shout louder. Because when we rise together, nothing can stop us. Now do this. Smash the like button right now if this story lit something in your heart. Comment below with the words, "I stand with Traoré." And most importantly, subscribe to PanAfrican Newsroom right now. Don't just watch the change. Be the change. We bring you the real stories, the raw truths, the voices they don't want you to hear. And we're not stopping. Because if they thought they could silence Traoré by taking his sister, they were dead wrong. He made them pay. And now, so will every corrupt system that thinks the people will stay quiet. This is PanAfrican Newsroom. Welcome to the revolution. Ask ChatGPT.